So we're gonna start off with we're gonna start off with topic that is out here right now going absolutely crazy, and that's the Atlanta representative who got arrested. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real for like 2.6 seconds. Who here surprised? Who here surprised? I truthfully think that most of the time when we get elected into the office, it's just for face. Now, if y'all don't know what just for face is, so when I say we, I mean minorities, mostly African American, especially if it's women. We just for face. It's most jobs is like that. It's just for face. So let's be realistic. Most jobs have one black man, because that's the only amount that they can handle, and a whole bunch of women, maybe one or two minority women. And that's just so the government, I mean, not even the government, the people don't say nothing about it. Like, this whole video is not surprising to me. Like, we have people storm the Capitol building of a different nationality and we don't do anything. Not nothing. One shot. At least that's all I know. If y'all know more, let me know. One shot, one person was killed. If any other, let me know as well. But I don't even know about one. Let's be real. They only talk about one. They show how devastating it is. But they stormed the Capitol and it was no real consequences. This woman works in this building, was elected to be in this building, was knocking on a door, and they treated her like she was a criminal. Not based on the fact that she wasn't supposed to knock on the door. That wasn't the rule. She belonged there. So I don't get what was the big problem with her knocking on the door to try to be at work. That's the first time somebody kicked you out of work for trying to be at work. And the whole thing is, it's like, oh, well, maybe she was supposed to do this and this and this and that. Yeah, she was. The way they manhandled her based on knocking on the door, man, she was so calm. She was so calm. It's disrespectful. And the fact that they arrested her without reading her rights, beyond disrespectful. Now, if you know if they doing it to sentence, they really don't give a f about y'all. And when I say y'all, us as a people, and I say us as a people, I mean all of us. They really don't give a fuck. Because if they can just arrest someone who works at the place because they wanted to do their job, they really do not give two craps about you. Y'all not going to sit here and say, well, the excuses they had, she was supposed to do this, she was supposed to do that. Let's say what it is. It was a black woman that was being disorderly in their eyes, even though she was doing the exact rights that she had as a person of a representative of that place. She was being disordered. She wasn't staying in line. She wasn't falling back. She wasn't being in line. She decided she wanted to step forward and actually do her job. Now, if it was a white man, it would have never been this big of a deal. It would have been a respectfully, like, give me a minute. Let's see what's going on. They would have opened the door. They doing some illegal stuff behind doors. They don't want her to be present because if someone is there to tell you that you're doing something wrong, of course they don't want you to be there. So, excuse me. So, let's be realistic. It's not surprising. Most stuff that happens now, at least to me, is not surprising. I don't know why the rest of the world still seems to be surprised. We are faced. I feel like minorities are faced when it comes to government, when it comes to jobs. Most jobs is face. You could be the smartest person in the room. You're there as face. I've been in many jobs where I'm the smartest person in the room. I know everything that's happening. But then there's people upstairs who does not look nothing like me, who make sure I stay downstairs and don't affiliate themselves with us at all. Like we're the lower of the podium. The respect level that we get in anything, we could be president. We could be president of the United States. Based on the color of our skin, sadly, we are still just considered those black people. And we get these positions not because we don't earn them, not because we don't deserve them, not because we don't do a good job at them. It's because they just trying to show that they did it. It's like, you can't say so and so don't have a black person in their building when they got that one black man and they got those two black women, but they don't want to be heard. They don't want you to be heard. They want you to be the face. God forbid you too smart. Because if you hire too many of us and we all get too smart and we start becoming bosses, that becomes a problem. that becomes an issue. And we all know this. And we're not oblivious to the fact that y'all do this to us. And we're not, and y'all always say, oh, we shouldn't be hiring people based on their color. You're right. But y'all doing it. Y'all been doing it this whole time. Y'all hire her based on her color. And she wasn't black. It's like the black woman who could possibly be the angry black woman. I don't know how that is. And then it's the light lady. I'm going to say the light lady because I'm not going to automatically say white. The lighter lady who possibly could fit in. She can fit in and she can do this and she can do that. But we're going to choose her. And y'all didn't base it on criteria of their resume. Y'all didn't base it on who would be the better person to be in it. Y'all based it on she could fit in better. She could fit in better with the rest of the people. Let's not act like it's not been going on this whole time. It's just that cameras have been out now videoing it. It's been happening this whole time. I guarantee this is not the first time she sat in a meeting and they disregard stuff that she said or they ignored the fact that she decided to put something out there. This is the time when they had to explain themselves and they couldn't do it and they refused to do it and they still haven't addressed it and they probably will never address it. We just gonna be angry. And for all we know, we just using this part so it can keep us from knowing other stuff that they're doing. Let's just call it what it is. Like, this is not a surprising thing for me. I don't know how surprised it is for anybody in the African American, or I don't know why we call it African American. Like, y'all don't know if we come from Africa. Like, I don't know. But the minority community, I don't think this is a new thing for us. I don't think this is a new thing for us. I think it's a new thing for you all. I think it's a new thing for people who hasn't been single out. I think this is a new thing for people who doesn't understand when we say we being I can't even say it, y'all. Racially profiled in everything we do. Y'all go outside, y'all wonder about what's gonna happen. We go outside, we wonder about we're gonna come back inside. At this point, we could be inside, wonder if we're gonna be all right inside, and it has nothing to do with us. We were sadly born with a mark on our head. And no matter how much we prove that we're doing good jobs and how much we prove that we want to be helpful and how much we prove we want to be part of something, we still consider just a face so everybody will shut up because they can't have a room full of white men. They can't have a room full of white men. So they had to put some black people in there somewhere. But they want us to be silent black people. We're like the face. Like I said, we're the face. We're supposed to be silent. And when we decide to speak up, we're the angry black men or the angry black women. Again, I'm not surprised. This is, but you know what? This is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. But hey, what do I know?